Welcome to another episode of Women in Focus. We have such an exciting, such an interesting woman today that you would want me to keep talking to her forever. Her name is Sandy Dosanjh, and she is our Woman in Focus today. How are you doing?
I'm good, Sushmaji. Thank you so much.
It's been a long time me asking you to come to the program. So was it that I wasn't directly asking you, or was it that you were a little shy?
I always have this fear, public speaking. So finally, I'm coming out of that fear. So I'm glad that you asked me again, and I'm here. Thank you.
I'm so glad. Sandy, I just love the photographs that you put up on social media, your workout pictures. You dress up so beautifully. Today, you are very soberly dressed. Maybe I'll use that word.
Yeah.
But when you are in parties, your outfits, your makeup, it's just out of this world. So are there two different personalities?
Not really. I'm a working woman. I have 2 teenager kids. My day starts every morning at 5 a.m.
Wow.
I start working at 6 a.m. So I do not have time to get ready, but I always take out time every single day, at least 1 hour to work out. So having a good body, I think that that also, how can I say, helps me to look good.
Right, right.
So whenever I wear maybe just small makeup and nice dress, it just looks good, that's all. But behind it, it's my work ethic and workout.
Okay, so let's talk about your work ethic and workout separately. So
Yes.
workout is something which is personally for this body
100%.
and your soul.
Yes.
So while you're working out, what are you doing? Are you strengthening your body, or?
When I started my journey, I was born and raised in India. I haven't given any opportunity to play sports or do any physical activity while I was growing up.
Okay.
I was raised to be a housewife.
Okay. Oh,
I'm
wow.
from a very small village.
Okay.
I'm a farmer's daughter.
Wow.
So I was raised to be a housewife. I moved to Canada. I remember Cal taking me to the gym first time, but I did not felt any belonging in the gym.
Right.
Coming from a small village, I was still thinking this is for men.
Oh, I see.
This is for male, because in my village only men were
did.
allowed
Yeah.
to do physical activity, and that was my thinking as well.
When you're talking about physical activity, you're talking about,
Lifting weight.
lifting weights and running and all that.
That was, I was thinking, going to the gym is just lifting weight and look like a male. Seriously, that was the thought. Cal introduced me to the gym, but I did not like it.
You didn't?
No, I did not appreciate it. I thought it's a burden on me. So I stopped. I went few days, but I stopped. My real journey begins with my 2 kids.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to stop you there because I want that story to be told in its complete entirety. So, you're born and brought up in India.
Yes.
How did you meet this good-looking guy?
Arranged marriage.
Was it really?
It was arranged marriage.
So he came from Vancouver to marry you.
Yes.
And when you saw him the first time, were you allowed to talk to each other or no?
Yes, we got the opportunity to speak with each other, I think 10 minutes. And my Nana ji, he asked him to make a decision at
There and then. I
yes,
see.
Yes. But we got married within a week.
That was it?
That was it.
Did you see anybody before him?
No.
No one was brought to you.
No.
This was the guy that you were going to
That's
spend
it.
your life with. And that was it.
That
and
was
he
it.
said yes, and you said yes.
Living in a small village, and I lost my father at very young age.
Oh,
I
I'm
was
sorry to hear
9.
that. Yeah.
My both brothers were younger than me. So I was actually brought up very sheltered, very protected. So it's like a whole village, my aunt, uncle, they were there, and I was not allowed to do certain things. So yeah, Cal was the first guy, and there you go. I think he's going to be the last one.
I just love the way you explained it. Girls are considered little princesses, like a beautiful flower that
Yes.
has got to be protected, right?
Yes.
And then and your family did that and handed you over to Cal.
Yes.
Lucky you to have Cal. What do you say?
Actually, yes, because when I was growing up, there are so many girls from my village who also married abroad. And I heard so many stories. There were good stories, there were bad stories. So I was a bit anxious, but yes, I must have done something right.
Ah, so beautiful. Now, interesting that, for a person who wasn't born and brought up in the West is adopting things that the West does the most. Like, as you mentioned, in India there were no gyms at that time in villages for women.
Yes.
Over here we do. Now in India there are gyms.
Yes.
For big cities and all that, right?
100%, yeah.
And young women are looking after their health, they're looking after their body. Working out, and that's going to be a separate section. You and I will talk about working out. How good is it for us? But I wanted to come back to your childhood when you said, you have two younger brothers. Are you the oldest in the...
I'm the oldest.
Okay, so getting you married was the first thing to do for the parents, right?
Yes.
And especially because you'd lost your father, so your mom must have been feeling, I've got to get my daughter married. That's her responsibility.
She's a very simple woman. She
Yeah.
still lives in that village.
Yeah?
But having my aunts and uncles, I think they have a more control
Yeah, yeah.
over family. Yeah.
That's right. I think that happens in families
It does.
that live together, right? Your life with Cal and your journey as a, would I be right if I said bodybuilding?
Sure.
Okay, so as
Yes.
a bodybuilder, because if you look at your waist, I mean, I'm looking at it, and it is what, 23 inches?
And 25, I guess.
25 inches, okay. Sandy Dosanjh is a woman in focus today. We're going to be talking about her 25-inch waist right after this. Welcome back to Women in Focus. Our woman in focus today is Sandy Dosanjh, a woman that I have admired so much because I don't work out. I'm only 5 foot dead, and she is a tall, young woman who is so fit. Workout, you got married and you went to try to work out one, and you didn't like it. But you said something beautiful. You said that period started in your life with your children. So when did you come to Canada? Right after you got married, or was
yes,
it
after 6 months. It took me 6 months.
Really? How were those 6 months for you?
Sushmaji, I want to share one story. Calvas used to call me every day.
He did.
But my Tayaji, my uncle, he was very strict.
Oh,
so I
even
was
though you'd married him?
Even I was married to him. And he used to get upset. Why he's calling every day? What he needs to talk to? So I used to, because I knew that Cal's working night shift, day shift. I knew his schedule.
Right.
And I know when he's going to come home and call me.
Right.
I used to take out the plug from the phone. So I will pretend to Cal that my phone was dead for a week, so my uncle won't get mad.
Oh my God.
He did not like the fact that why he's calling every single day.
Oh my
yes.
So there and then you knew this guy loved you very much.
Yes.
So when he found out that you were doing that,
I
was he?
shared that when I moved to Canada.
Oh.
I did not share back home. I was like, it's a village, it's a small village. Sometimes our phone is not working
Right.
properly.
So poor guy. I should be doing an interview with him as well. So you come here.
Yeah.
Was there a big, huge cultural shock for you?
Yes, huge. Cal was born and raised in Canada. He was very Western. Even he was raised in a very traditional family. We live in an extended family. We
Yes.
still live all together.
Right.
But going out with him, I moved to Canada in September. I remember he took me to his Christmas party,
Right.
first time.
Yes.
It was his squad Christmas party.
Right.
And I was wearing a red suit.
Wow.
So I went to the party, and there was a turban guy who said something to me, and I couldn't understand. My English was not good at that time. So I was looking at Cal, that what he said.
Yeah.
And I still remember he laughed at me. It's like, she doesn't know English.
Oh, wow. Wow.
And after that, actually, I'm going to be honest, I felt, I was looking for my belonging, I can say.
Yeah.
I always tried to hide
Right.
that I can't speak English. It was a little bit hard time.
Right, I bet.
Yes. So, and food.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. Cal, he doesn't eat much
Right.
Indian food, and that's what I was born and brought up.
Yeah.
Dal and roti, 2 to 3 times a day. That's
Right.
it.
Yes.
And then trying out new food, and the weather. We lived in a small village. It was open farm,
Right.
running around. Here, everything that's also
Enclosed, yeah.
And it's raining all the time. And I left all my friends, family, everyone back home. So yeah, there was some hard time.
Oh my God, I can just imagine the way you're explaining it to me, so alone. I bet you were with him, but still you felt alone because you didn't have all the people that you were familiar with
Yes.
with you, right? And you couldn't communicate to them how you were feeling. So was it that you kept it within yourself? And
Yes.
oh my, that must have been a very tough time for you.
I think that's where I find my real passion and journey in the gym.
So let's come to that. So you have, how many kids do you have?
2.
Two
Yes.
boys?
One each.
One
daughter
each.
and girl.
Good. So
Sorry,
you got
daughter and boy. Yeah.
so a boy and a girl.
Yes.
So when was it that you thought to yourself, okay, so you've always been slim like this?
I was slim, yes. I was slim.
And so who asked you, did Cal ask you, or did you yourself feel like going to a gym and working out?
After having my first daughter, I gained 60 pounds.
60.
60 pounds. I think I ate too much pinia. I don't know. So I gained 60 pounds.
Right.
And I was still settling down in this culture. I was working at that time, I was working at Subway. I remember I will hide in the back.
Yes.
So I wash dishes.
Yes.
I don't need to speak with people
Right.
at the front.
Right.
So I gained 60 pounds. I was still trying to learn English. I was still trying to find my career. And after having a daughter, I felt it was after pregnancy depression maybe, because now I have lost my body as well. And then I have a little kid. I did not know how to take care of the kid.
Yeah.
And she was only 6 months old when I got pregnant again.
Ah.
So now, again, I'm going through changes. My
Right.
body has been changed. So there was so much. Then after having my son, I remember I just started running. That was the only thing. I did not know anything else in the gym.
Wow.
So I just started running. That was my escape. I will go to the gym and I will run for an hour. I will
Right.
find a treadmill in the corner.
Right.
And I will just run. Run.
For stamina. That needs stamina
Yes.
to run like that.
Yes. So I lost all 60 pounds
Oh, wow.
with running. And that's when I started feeling good again. I started talking to people in the gym, and
Yeah.
people started coming to me, talking to me.
Right.
They will comment on my work ethic in the gym.
Right.
I started learning about the weights, and even other communities, they came to me, they're like, you should compete. You're looking fantastic. You work so hard. I think that's where my journey begins, and I did my first competition in 2012.
Wow. Wow. So, and when you did that,
Yeah.
what was the reaction of people around you? I'm taking you to difficult places.
It was challenge for me.
Yes.
I have never went through that hard dieting,
Right.
discipline, and workout.
Right.
It was a physical challenge. So I pushed my limits, and I had 2 kids at home, young kids, while I
Right.
was taking care of them.
Yes.
At that time, I was working at Royal Bank, so
Right.
now I moved on to my career as well. So,
Right.
but I did not told my in-laws
No.
or my parents because I was scared. My in-laws are fully baptized, and
Yes.
it's I don't know why no one understands
Yeah.
that when we play, it's a sports,
Yes.
that I have to wear the uniform.
Yes.
And the bikini is the uniform.
That's right.
But for them, it becomes a cultural, I don't
It's
know.
a no-no for that culture.
Yes.
Yeah, you're showing your body.
Yes, I try to explain. It's I don't wear bikini in the gym or
But it is
to
for-
go to public places.
Right.
It's just for that place because that's the uniform.
Yeah.
If I wear a suit, they won't allow me
That's
to stand
right.
on that stage. I
Right.
have to be in
So-
uniform.
So there was support from Cal.
Full support from Cal,
Yeah.
but no one else though.
Yeah.
It took me. After 2012, I did not compete it for 4 or 5 years.
I want to come back to
Yeah.
the competitions and the bodybuilding.
Mm-hmm.
Why? And I also feel that when you keep your body healthy,
Yeah.
you are not, you get rid of all the ailments that you
Yes.
have.
Yes.
The nazla, zukam and all that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So let's take a short break and come back and do
Okay,
that.
okay.
Sandy Dosanjh is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Sandy Dosanjh is our Woman in Focus today. Sandy couldn't have been your name in the village.
It was Sonu.
Sonu,
Ji.
what a lovely name. What a pretty name. Okay, so Sonu or Sandy, why did you call yourself Sandy then?
Oh, when I moved here, my
Yes.
boss, my
Yeah.
first boss was was a white guy. He's like, I told him my name's Sandeep. He's like, Sandy, and that's it.
That it just stuck there.
It's stuck there.
Okay, so bodybuilding, working out. Women do work out in a
Yes,
way when they
they
are
do.
at home, picking up all those heavy pots
course.
and pans and things like that,
Of
right?
course, that's a workout.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you know when they're making the rotiya,
Yeah.
that is workout too.
100%.
But in a traditional way, but not in the way that you were doing it.
Ji.
How many times do you have a regular cold, or are you immune to that now because you've kept your body so fit?
Oh, wow, touch wood. Actually, I was thinking the other day, lots of my clients, they come to me and they go through cold, they get sick, and I was lucky enough I didn't.
Didn't? Yes.
Yes.
Now, hopefully you don't get sick.
I hope
You're going to
so
say, oh, I talked to Sushma about it and now I've been getting sick.
But I make sure that I load it on vitamin C and vitamin D every single day. That also helps with immunity.
Okay. So, are you regimented about your workout?
Yes.
Okay, let's go through your day.
Normally I wake up at 5 a.m. I have my first client at 6 a.m. I will have 2-3 hours work, then I will train. I always keep 2 hours for me, so
Yeah.
I will have a meal and then I work out.
Yeah.
Then I resume my work. I leave gym around 2:30, so I go pick my kids from school,
Right.
bring them home, feed them lunch. I cook every day. I cook every meal. I just like to cook and eat fresh.
Right.
So I pick my kids and then I feed them lunch.
Right.
Afsana, she's in track and field.
Uh-huh.
Her track starts at 5 p.m. So we leave home 4:30 exactly.
Right.
I drop her off at 5, come home, pick Roshan.
Yeah.
He's in American football.
Right.
So his practice starts at 6. Pick him up, drop him off, go straight to Sana, pick her up, bring home, and I cook again.
Right.
I give her fresh meal and then I head to Roshan, pick
Yes.
him up 8 o'clock, come home and serve him dinner.
Yes.
Then I will wash dishes and I will be actually lying down on the sofa. I will sleep there because I'm tired. And when Cal comes home from work, he will wake me up.
Yeah.
And he's like, go to the bed. And it just, Monday to Friday, it's it.
Wow. Wow. So you have your own studio where you are helping people out as
no,
well?
I work at Platinum Gym, which is on King George and 76.
Okay.
Yes.
And so you go every morning there
Yes.
to help people out. And are your clients South Asian or
Yes.
non-South Asian?
Both. I have non and South Asian as well.
Any of them aspiring to bodybuild like you do?
And there are actually tons. I have this client, I was just talking to her. She is 62 and she plays pickleball.
Oh, no kidding.
And she's a national champion.
Wow.
So I have clients from 20 years old to 62. So
Now, how much time should one spend on oneself?
So in ancient times, I think there was this fasting. So that's how they clean their body. But we live in this society, there's so much choices, so much choices. I think it's a Coca-Cola generation. Even we go, we order food, and within 1 minute, food is in our hand.
That's right.
And when we go to the store, there's so much variety.
Right.
We are feeding our bodies so much garbage.
Right.
In ancient times, the food was simple.
Yes,
It
and
was dal.
unadulterated.
Yeah, very wholesome.
Yeah.
So food is not wholesome anymore.
So is being a vegetarian
Yeah.
a no-no, or eating meat is a must?
No, you can be a vegetarian as long as you are eating the right food.
Okay.
You're cooking by yourself, you're eating fresh food. Of course, it's fine. In all my life while I was growing up, I was vegetarian. I was eating dal and roti. Nothing wrong with that food. There's almonds, there's so many types of grains and nuts which has a good protein in there.
Right.
And even if you need extra protein, you can add just a protein shake or a protein smoothie. So
Right.
there are options if you're non-vegetarian. That's not a problem.
Yeah.
But as long as I tell everyone, cook your food.
Yeah. Cook fresh food.
Cook fresh food.
That's
yes,
it.
Yes.
You know, instead of eating those preserved matar paneer or something like that, right?
Anything which is sitting in a frozen aisles, even it says it has a 30, 40 gram of protein, it doesn't. It's sitting there for months and months, and it has added so much preservatives to keep it fresh.
Right.
So much sodium.
My worst habit is to sit down and have potato chips and put lemon juice and then eat
Oh
them.
my God, I'm going to try that.
Sandy Dosanjh is our Woman in Focus today. Don't go away. We'll be right back.